What's up, YouTube? You are now watching AG Vet TV, and today we are learning how to do this makeup look featuring the pink eyebrow. If you've come from my TikTok, welcome back, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, okay? So today we're starting off with the eyebrows. Of course, we're gonna do that left side first. Y'all don't mind the right side because really in real life, y'all, I was struggling to do that pink eyebrow, but in the end you saw I got it because you saw how it looked. But I start off my eyebrows with the e.l.f. brow pomade in the shade brown. I don't use black because black is just a little harsh for my eyebrows, but I start in the middle and then I take it down to the end of my eyebrow and carve out my eyebrow how I like it shaped. I do like a good little arch to it, not too much, not too little, but I do like the end of my eyebrow to be on the thinner side. So that is what I did to carve out my eyebrow. I did fill it in some, and I do drag out the beginning of my eyebrow to where my nose bone is, so that when I do blend it out in the beginning part, it fades in really well and it's the length that I wanted to. I did gel down the pink eyebrow first before putting on the powder. That way it was, nice and dry when I put on the concealer. The concealer I'm using is from Pro Conceal. It is, I want to say, in the shade Fawn. If I remember correctly, I'll have to double check, y'all. But anywho, I did carve out my eyebrow and map out my eyebrow with the concealer so that when I did put on the pigment, which I just used eyeshadow, as you will see in a minute, it sticks really well and it doesn't go any other place that I don't want it. So I really made sure to line up that brow like I wanted it. And let's take the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette in their pink shade. You guys, this is my favorite, one of my favorite absolute shades and palettes from Juvia's Place. They have that really pink and blue colors that I like. But like I said, we're taking the pink color today, and I took my brush, which is a flat, short, sturdy brush. It's a really firm, short, and sturdy, and that allowed me to pack on that color real good. You see what I'm saying? Like, look how invested I am packing on that color. Okay, make sure that you're getting the eyeshadow color onto the concealer as much as possible. You want to really make sure that you pack it on, because when you do go to blend it and start carving it out, you want to make sure that you didn't leave nothing behind. You know what I'm saying? So I just continue to pack it on. Look, y'all, I was real happy. I was feeling myself. I was happy because it looked so good. So then I did take the e.l.f. concealer in one of their lighter shades, and I took a flat brush to carve out my eyebrows. Again, I start from like the middle of my eyebrow, then go to the end, and then kind of go back to the beginning, just because, I want to make sure that it looks really good. I do take that concealer down to my eyelid space a little bit, just because I use that as my eyeshadow primer. I don't actually have an eyeshadow primer. I don't see why people use it anyway, but your prerogative. I personally just don't use it. But y'all, I'm very particular with my eyebrows, so I make sure that that lining is to the T. It is where it's supposed to be. I have to carve it out real well, but y'all see how I'm getting it done. Yeah.
Now there's only cloudy days. Can't stand the rain in July. There were fireworks exploding, but now it's getting colder. The leaves are turning colors.
So once I'm done with the bottom of my eyebrows, I then go ahead and spread out that concealer again. Like I said, I use it as like the primer for my eyeshadow base. I also do carve out the top of my eyebrows with more of like my foundation shade. This is the Fit Me foundation that I used at the top of my brow to carve it out. I do not like to use a lighter shade at the top because then you get like a halo eyebrow, and that is not what I like. And then you can see that I went in towards the tail with that same color, and with that color it just gives it more of a defined space, because I don't like my whole under eye to be super bright, as you will see later when I do my eyeshadow. So I do the brown side of my eyebrow, and then I went in with the pink and did the same thing, just taking that Fit Me foundation and carving out the top of my eyebrow to the T of where I laid that eyeshadow to carve out the eyebrow originally. You will see me in a moment go to the bottom of my eyebrow. You see, like right there, and that kind of mixes the two colors together, which is what I wanted to do, just because the pink eyebrow, it popped out more with just a little bit of a lighter shade. And like I said before, I'm very picky with my eyebrows, y'all. They have to be very specific, very precise in order for me to like it. So that is why I'm steady messing with it. But you do your eyebrow how you like to do it. This is how I chose to do it. And then once I carved out both of my eyebrows, I then just spread out that foundation over my forehead, as you can see, just making sure that those lines are really crisp. Crisp lines means your girl is happy. You see that? Okay, so next we're gonna go into primer, and we're going to prime with the Pro Filler Primer. I know you're only supposed to take a little bit, but a little bit go a long way. Don't work for me or my face. I am prone to breakouts really fast. I did wash my face before putting on my makeup, but I definitely did make sure I got a good base of primer onto my face before we started anything else. Now again, I'm going in with the e.l.f. concealer to finish kind of priming my eyes with that concealer. Just get it all over my eyelids. Next, I'm going to take my translucent powder to set that concealer on my eyelids. This is going to help me be able to move the eyeshadow on my eyes a little better to blend it out. That way it gives me a more seamless blend. If I'm doing an eyeshadow look where I need to pack on the color more, then I don't do this step. But because I am just going to do something subtle today and the main focus is the eyebrow, I'm just going to, you know, set that down. My lips was feeling so dry, y'all, so you know I had to take my MAC lip gloss and use that, put that on. I then went ahead and took my foundation brush and smoothed out that crease, that cut that was from the concealer from doing my eyebrows, and smooth that out. Now we're going into another Juvia's Place palette. This is the Warrior 2 palette, and before y'all even go there, yes, I know that palette looks a mess, but can you not tell again that this is one of my favorite palettes, y'all? The browns in this palette I use so often, and I also use that pink and, well, peach more so, and the orange a lot for like a blush base, because y'all, it just be so cute. Yes, so it looks a mess, but that is okay because baby girl gets the job done. I absolutely love this palette, and it was perfect for the colors that I needed, just something light for the makeup look that we're going for today. So we're putting that darker brown color into our crease. Again, y'all, I have hooded eyes, so I have to take mine up just a little higher than what I would with someone that does not have hooded eyes. But I know how my eyes are since I've been doing my makeup for, don't even trip, but I've been doing my makeup for a while, so I know how my eyes work. So I put that darker brown eyeshadow into my crease and I blend from the outside in. Never start from the inside out. That is just going to make the inside of your eyeshadow more heavier, and it should be heavier on the outside, not the inside. Okay, y'all? So you see I'm using one brush for that dark brown color. I'm then going to take a different brush, something that is a little more fluffy, to go into the lighter brown color so that I can blend the two together. I'm going to take that color onto my brow bone, and I do like to blend it up to my eyebrow because I don't like that white cast under my eye. I usually do put a shimmer under my eye just a little bit on the brow bone itself. I didn't do that today. Like I said, I wanted the focus to strictly be on the eyebrow, but as you can see, you know, everything turned out good. I am just going back in, flipping between the two brushes, the two colors, to make sure they are married together and blended like I want them to be. I want it to be a fade, not a line. So when you're doing your makeup, if you still see a difference, like a difference line in between the two colors, three colors, however many colors you're using, Make sure that you go back and you blend it out. It has to be blended so that it looks seamless. You need that faded look.
On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give a game proper. Spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time. She's out the door, I gotta go for mine.
Staying in that same palette, we're then going to take that whiter shade and we're going to put that at the lid. That is then going to blend in with the browns. Again, just something subtle, just to give us something on that base. I didn't want to put a color, but something just so that it's not blank there. Definitely needed something to blend those three together. Now that the eyes are done, we are going to get into foundation. We are using the Fit Me Maybelline foundation in the shade 340. It blends really well with your girl's neck. Y'all, my face is lighter than what my neck is by just a little shade. I know it looks like the color is a little dark, but wait until you see how it blends out. It blends out so well, especially when I then put on my concealer and everything. It just looks so good at the end and it shades me very well. When I blend, I tend to blend from bottom to top, but I do avoid my under eye area where I put my concealer. I do my nose and do get under my chin so that there isn't a big difference between my neck and my foundation shade. I also make sure that I get on that forehead. Even though the color was already looking pretty good from the concealer, I still make sure I get on that forehead. Then we're going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm using about one shade lighter than my foundation shade and just taking that under my eye. Not doing too much, just going in that inner corner, blending that out, and then going on my outer corner and then bringing the two together without adding any more product and dragging it down where I like it.
I think that I should start by saying,
So after concealing my under eyes, I then do a little concealer on my chin and also on my forehead, right in between my eyebrows. I do like that zone to be a little lighter than the rest of my face. I do like to dry my concealer down a little bit, so in the meantime of letting that dry, I'm going to go into my contour shade, again using the Pro Conceal by LA Girl. Anybody that knows that these are some real OGs when it comes to concealing and contouring anything. So I do the temples of my forehead right above the arch in my, or right behind the arch of my brows. I then go onto both sides of my face and contour. I like to put my contour a little above exactly where I want the contour to set, just because it raises my cheekbones up a little higher, and I like that. I don't do a straight line going down. I don't like that look. So I do the curve because my cheeks are kind of fluffy. I like my cheeks, they're kind of big cheeks. So once I'm done putting everything down, I then take a damp beauty blender and I blend my concealer first under my eyes, making sure that that's blended really well. I then go in the contour and blend with the butt of the beauty blender just to blend everything out, get it all married together nice and smooth. And as you can see, that before and after, baby, that blend looks amazing. Now this is something that I would stick to as an everyday look, just to kind of brighten up my face a little bit, but I did go back in with a brighter concealer to get more of a makeup look and not something just so simple and everyday-ish. I also blend out my chin. I leave that alone because it's very subtle. I blend out the temples for my contour just because it makes my face look way more snatched. That's why I put it there. And I then drag that onto my forehead. As you see, I did not put anything closer to my lace. And again, I go in with the e.l.f. concealer, putting that in the inner corner, and that's it. And then on the bridge of my nose. As you can see, I don't put a lot. Also do put a little on my forehead. And then I take the Milani setting spray, spray all of that down now that I'm putting on the lighter concealer, because when that blends out, I want it to blend really well. I did let that dry down before I actually started blending it out. So once it blended out so smooth. As you can see, made me go into a good transition, which is why I do 2 shades. A good transition from my concealer to my contour and my foundation. Just blends it all together, y'all. The Milani is a great setting spray. I love that setting spray. And we're going to blend out our nose. I really do light tapping motions going up and down when I'm blending my concealer out. Blending out that forehead. Again, I'm going to take my freaking hair pieces out of my way, y'all. That wig was getting on my nerve while I was doing my makeup. They just kept getting in my way, but we made it through. And we're still just making sure that we're blending everything out. As you can see, I'm really focused on those corners of my eyes because when I put on my eyeliner, I want to have a good already type of map of where I want my eyeliner to go. After we have blended everything out, I then go in with the nose contour. I know you guys did not see me do that when I contoured the rest of my face. That is because I like to do that after I've blended everything out, because once I blend out my nose contour, I put on my powder. So I take the Beauty Blender as well, just to kind of get that harsh line out of there, because I know it's going to move out. And then I take a brush to blend out the rest now that it has been smooth, because I don't like to do it with the brush just going in. I feel like it moves it too much. I don't like that. I want it to stay where I want it to stay, where I placed it, okay?
My past can't escape me. My pussy precedes me. Why my all the time change? I'm still playing the victim and you still playing the pick me. It's so embarrassing. All of the things I need living inside of me.
Now that we have blended out that nose contour, you did see me finally blend it out with the Beauty Blender to kind of solidify it and really get that good blend. I'm going to go in with my banana powder, not translucent, but banana. It has a little bit of a yellower shade. I do like it because then it does really brighten me up. It doesn't keep it all plain and whitish. I don't like that, so I like the banana shade under my eyes on top of that concealer. I also do move my nose out the way and get in between that crease. I do not let that sit on my face. I immediately brush it off because I don't want to look cakey under my eyes. I don't want to get a white flashback. I don't want any of that. I don't add any extra onto the brush. I just then bring it onto right above my lip and then onto my nose where I had the concealer. You did see that I did go into the Juvia's Place palette and take that light brown shade just to blend in that contour with my concealer. I like that brown because it's not like a dark brown. The contour that I already used was dark enough, so then I like to kind of bring it back with a lighter brown. And I haven't been able to find a powder like this color yet that I actually like, let me put it like that. So I use the eyeshadow instead. Then to define my contour, I take a different Beauty Blender and I go in with translucent powder to really cut that contour where I want it so that my face looks real snatched. You see how it looks. Again, immediately blend that out. Then we're going into the Juvia's Place blush palette. I'm taking that bottom shade, that lighter pink shade, and an angle brush, tapping off that excess, and again starting from the out into the in. So from out in and then in like a circular motion for my blush, which brings some color back to my face. I do like to do orange when I'm doing a more natural look, but because we're doing a pink eyebrow, we have to do a pink blush to match. I am now taking a bronzer and going all over my face with that powder, more so where I contoured at, just to keep it all together and make everything look all smooth and bring it together. I then take my foundation brush just to go back over everything and blend everything together. My nose contour looked still a little strong to me, so I wanted to smooth that out. As you can see, that's why I'm spending more time on my nose. Y'all see my little dance? I was feeling myself, and y'all look at that. Now, you know, we had to go and put my beauty mark back because that is a natural born beauty mark. Let's start there. So my makeup covers it up, but I bring it back by just taking a little eyeliner and going over it. Now we're going to go into eyeliner, y'all. Take a breath. pause for the eyeliner because baby, the eyeliner was killing. Go from inside to out, and then I do my wing, y'all. Wait till y'all see how I do my wing. Just look at it, y'all.
Out there on the tour, but you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing, no such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such.
And just like that, y'all, the face is done. We're gonna set that face again with the Milani 24-hour setting spray. Let that dry, but y'all, look at that face. You can't tell me that that face ain't bomb. Of course, we still got a couple more steps to complete the look, but just look at that face. Yes, you can't tell me that face ain't serving. Let's get into them lips though. So we're going to actually take our lip pencil, which is kind of like our eye pencil as well, and complete the eyes more so by doing a black liner on our wet line on our eyes real quick. Look at the difference between that and that. Exactly why I did it, so that you can see that black eyeliner just makes the eyes pop a little more, especially on me. It just makes it look so much cuter, and I love that for me. Okay, then we're going to also take the lip liner, and that is a different pencil, y'all, but we're taking that brown pencil actually, and we're going to line our lips with it. I only lined the top. The reason I lined the top is to get a better blend because it's just going to transfer onto my bottom lip anyway, and I didn't want a strong lip liner for this look. I wanted something just simple, how we've been doing for the entire look. Now we're going in with an eyeshadow brush to blend out some of that lip liner, because I'm going to go in with my pink lipstick by Revlon in the color 004. It is really cute when you put it on. It matched perfectly with the eyebrow and with what I had on. It just looked so good. I do overline the lipstick over the liner and blend those together with my finger. You know, I could do it by, you know, doing the lip thing, but I just do it with my finger. It just comes out better. And to top it off, I then go back in with the MAC lip gloss to get that glossy effect. And yeah, just to pull it all together, y'all, because it was looking so good. I just, oh wait. I could have did a matte look, but no, we wanted to keep it glossy. Now I had two choices for eyelashes. These eyelashes I do sell. They are sold by me, and I had a choice of pink or just black, and boom, we just happened to go with the black ones because I thought it was just too much. But look at the final look, you guys. Oh my goodness, if you love it, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, and make sure you follow me on all social medias. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.